You guys are out there, join in and say hi. We're just going to do a short live stream. I'm not going to get too carried away here. I've been busy doing a few things outside. It's a really nice day out here on the Gulf Islands. We have currently 11 degrees Celsius and sunshine. Some clouds might be coming in here, so take advantage of it while we can. I hope everybody else out there is having a good day. And if you look closely, there's hummingbird feeders behind me. Actually, let's put them like this. I don't know if you can see the hummingbird feeder. These hummingbirds are just aggressive little things. Right there. When I see a hummingbird, I'm going to flip this feeder around. Hummingbird right there. They're nonstop, these hummingbirds, right? There was a couple of them fighting down here earlier. It's crazy. And of course, I didn't have my camera. Like they were just going at it, beating the crap out of each other. And it's funny how aggressive these things really are. They actually dive bomb you if you get too close to their feeders. I can get right close to these things, like inches away from them, and it doesn't phase them. There's so many different colors on these things. Some of them have purple heads, some are red, some of them are green, but there's a bunch of them around here. I think I'm going to go over into the sun more. It's behind these trees, shady. Oh, so nice. So nice. What a beautiful day. If I see a hummingbird out there, I'll make sure to put the camera around for you so you guys can see them too. Let's see. There we go. There's a hummingbird right there. There's a hummingbird right there. See this? There he goes. Ha! Bugger, eh? Hey, how you doing, man? Good to have you in there. So I got 3 feeders up. I got a hummingbird feeder there, got a hummingbird feeder there, and I got a hummingbird feeder over there. So let's just stay tuned because these guys are back. They're here all the time. And yeah, they were up in the palm trees fighting, and then they went down on the ground, started fighting. So I'll make sure to flip this thing around when they're back at the feeder again. I just cleaned the feeders out. I clean those feeders out every week. It's good to clean the hummingbird feeders out. So what I do, I sterilize them, and then I mix a 1/4 cup of sugar to a cup of water. And you don't need any of that red dye crap in there. It's actually really bad for them. So we're out here on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific off the far Pacific coast of British Columbia, Canada. That's right. It's a nice day out here. And out here on these islands, not a flake of snow where we are this winter, not a flake of snow. It's winters are good out here. They're really mild. Sometimes we can get snow, but it never lasts very long. But you can see what we grow here, right? So proof is always in the pudding. This one's got some seeds on it. The palms actually produce seed, and then they actually self-seed, which is crazy, eh? You wouldn't think of palm trees in Canada, but out in these islands, we do grow palm trees. And they're, like I say, everywhere. Look at this. These are my seed-grown ones, too. Grew those a long time ago. They grow pretty big here, too. Anyway, Erica, good to have you in there, man. I hear the hummingbirds. I hear the hummingbirds. You can hear them. They're close by. There's my shack out back. I was just talking to my buddy in Missouri. I hear an eagle, too. I do hear an eagle. Show you something here. Oh, it's really warm out. It's just perfect, man. And you know, we changed our clocks. We sprung ahead. We sprung ahead this morning or last night before bed, and it's the last time ever we're going to change our clocks. No more clock changing for us here in British Columbia. Isn't that crazy? And you know what's weird about that? I hear an eagle up somewhere. It's really weird because Washington, Oregon, and California, they're going to be changing their clocks in the fall. They're going to fall back, but we're going to keep our clocks the same here. So we're going to be like an hour difference in time than Washington State. And we're basically off the coast of Washington State, our islands. Far off the coast, but we're off the coast to them. I'm listening I can hear the hummingbirds. There's a lot of them out there. So things are looking like here where I live, in this part of Canada. The island is really in bloom right now. We got a lot of plum trees, cherry trees, and of course daffodils. Daffodils bloom early, and lots of other flowering plants. We got flowering things here right through the winter time, right? Which is kind of cool. You know, when you mow the lawn here in the winter time. Hey. Indian Chris, UDX 1313. Cool, man. Good to have you in there. So I figured I'd do a live stream just to show you what's going on here on the Gulf Islands today. And I do love the hummingbirds, so I'm kind of hanging out near the feeders here. These hummingbirds are constant, man. Just constant. Hey, UDX 1313, have you ever talked to that guy that calls himself the Mongoose 585? He claims to be on the Big Island, Hawaii. Now, I was just talking with Joe, 333 in the Ozarks on 375 in my Radio Shack there. And after I finished talking with him, he's talking to this mongoose guy. I can never hear mongoose, ever. I've never heard mongoose once. I hear people talking to him, but I also hear a lot of people claim that mongoose is not in the Hawaiian Islands. And I actually believe that to be true, because if he was in the Hawaiian Islands, I could hear him easily. I talk all over the Hawaiian Islands. Oh, you've never talked to Hawaii? Okay, because I could talk there every day. I was just talking there earlier to my buddy, World Radio 79 Big Island. I talked there, not a problem, from where, because we're on an island too. Hello, Nicholas. Good to have you out there, man. $100. Yeah, $100 would be nice, man. That'd be awesome. Especially American money. I like American money better than Canadian money because American money goes a lot farther. Yeah, you know, I've talked to every island except Niihau. I've talked to every island except Niihau. There's eight Hawaiian islands, main Hawaiian islands. And so there's Kauai, Maui, Molokai, let's see, let me start again. Oahu, Maui, Kauai, Kahualave, Lanai, Niihau, Molokai, Big Island. So Niihau, I don't think there's anybody with radios on Niihau. That's kind of like they live in the past, if you look that up. Oh, you talked to Guam. Okay, I talked there the other day. And that's another place I can talk really easily from this island. Guam, 62 Division. I talked there a couple of days. Well, you can see the video gates on my other channel. Actually, there's gates on this channel too. So Guam is an easy one from here. But you could probably talk to Europe easier than I can. So, you know, it's funny. I was driving home from post office the other day in my truck. And I just, for the hell of it, I'm calling for Europe because it was quiet out there. I'm running a little Tram 300 Maggie mount on the roof of my Mazda B2300. And of course, Europe comes back to me, 68 Charlie India 749, my buddy out there in Belfast, Northern Ireland. So the first time I pulled over at the old cinema, yapped him for a bit. Then I started yapping to him more. And on the way home, again, came back even stronger. So I pulled over and I had a nice little chat with him in the mobile. So, but we don't get Europe in here a lot these days. Last year, they're coming in like every morning, but I haven't heard them in there so that's 2 mornings ago. That would have been Thursday. Yeah, it would have been Thursday. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, no, it was Friday. It was actually Friday. Friday I talked to him. So I haven't heard any Europe in there since Friday. And then I talked to the UK. Oh, and I talked to a guy in the Canary Islands for a long time. I had a really good long QSO with 34 Division out there, and a funny name to the island. I forget the name of it. You can see it in my video gates. Oh, there's my buddy right there. Thanks, Adam. Adam, thumbs up to Adam out there in Nova Scotia. Hey, Adam, I hope you're having a good day out there in Nova Scotia. Hey, one of the guys I work with is going to Nova Scotia. He's going in April, and he's really excited about that. And I guess the weather's probably pretty decent in April, right? I think he's been there before. So him and his dad are taking a trip to Nova Scotia, and I think they're there for 10 days. I says, man, lucky you. I'd love to go to Nova Scotia. That part of Canada really interests me because there's a lot of history in Nova Scotia, right? And I'm sure he's going to be eating some lobster all day today. Good day out there. Yeah, not a bad day out here. Right now it's currently 11. Hey, did you guys, yeah, you guys turn your clocks ahead, right? So it's weird because this is it. This is the last time we've turn our clocks ahead, Adam. We did it last night before bed, and we sprung an hour, and guess what? No more time change for us here in British Columbia. Now I'm trying because Washington, Oregon, and California, well, right now they're on the same time, Daisy. We're going to be an hour ahead of them, and we're right off the coast of Washington. Ski and Lanny just moved to the Nova Scotia. No way. Cool. I know somebody else that moved to Nova Scotia too. The fire chief here, Bremner, he was from Nova Scotia, Tom, and he moved back to Nova Scotia. And Janet, she was the head girl at the Chamber of Commerce here. She moved to Nova Scotia. My friend Deb LeBlanc, she moved to Nova Scotia. I think Nova Scotia is a place to be. It would be nice not to change the time. I know. So this is it, Adam. No more time change. And Drew, no more time change. We're done. That's it. So when I go back to work on Tuesday, I start work at about 4. This last Tuesday or last week, I was there at 4:35 a.m. And it starts to get light out at around just after 6 a.m. But next week, when I go back to work, I think it's going to be dark. It's going to be dark out at that time. But the days are going to be longer, which is a good thing. But how's that going to work in the wintertime? Oh, there's a hummingbird. Goes up, 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 up into the arbutus tree. I'll stand here and I'll be quiet. And, well, I'll be still, not quiet. So I think it's going to be a lot darker in the morning in the wintertime. That's what I'm thinking anyway. But we're going to find out. Got about 7 or 8 clocks to change in my house. And guess what? I don't have to do that anymore. Thank God. So anyway, Skin and Lanny just moved to Nova Scotia. Well, that's good, man. That's a big move. Like, that's 4 time zones away. Nova Scotia is a long way because I asked that guy I work with there. It's Nate I work with, and it's a long flight. Somebody tell Bob Dylan the time. They ain't changing no more. Gotta like Bob Dylan. Is he still alive, that guy? He must be. God, he must be like 100 years old. I saw, you guys like Willie Nelson? I couldn't believe it. I saw him in concert on Maui when we got married. So it would have been, actually, no, it was a year after we got married. I think it was our anniversary, 1 year anniversary gift from Wendy's mom. And she bought us tickets to go see Lucas Nelson at the Mecca, Maui Arts and Cultural Center under the stars. So we're watching, there was a bunch of bands there, bunch of bands playing. And Lucas Nelson comes out and he does a few songs. And Willie Nelson actually lives on Maui. And Lucas says, I got a special guest to introduce. And I guess who he brings out? He brings out his dad, Willie Nelson. And that dude's pretty old, but actually he sings really good still and plays the guitar good too. So it was actually pretty cool to see Willie Nelson out there on stage with his son. And they did quite a few songs together. So I wasn't planning on seeing Willie Nelson, but we did. And then the next day we went and drove past his house. He lives in Spreckleville near Paia on Maui. So which is cool, just like a normal house he has. But yeah, there's a lot of different people there at that concert we went to under the stars. I just remember it being really warm, really tropical. Yeah, he's a legend, man. He was great to see. It was really cool. Hi, buddy. Start panting like a dog. Start panting like a dog. No, that's not me, man. I don't pant like a dog, but our dog sure does after he's had a good run. Yeah, last of a kind. I'm guessing he's still alive, right? Hey, you know who else we met on Maui? We were in Maui one time. We met. Oh, there's a hummingbird right there. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna get close to it. You see him? You see him? Right there. Is that the feeder? They're so funny, those things. You see that? So yeah, I'm guessing he must be still alive. He's got to be like 90 or something. So we're on the beach one day. In McKenna, Little Beach, Wendy and I, and it was Wendy's birthday. So would have been the last time on Maui was December 2019. And so we get down on the beach, and sure enough, down on the beach is Aerosmith lead singer Steven Tyler and his daughter Liv Tyler. So it was really cool. So Wendy and I, we didn't bother him. So we went down and did our sand art because we were making sand art on the beach. We put our towels down where we usually do, but there's already a couple of towels down there. And so we're making some sand art. And then the next thing you know, Steven Tyler and his daughter come walking up to us. And it was his towel and her towel. There's a hummingbird right there. Trying to get them for you. Look at, oh, there it goes. And his towel and her towel happened to be beside ours. So he comes up to us and he looks at our sand art and he says, man, that's really cool stuff you're making in the sand there. Let me go get you something. So he comes over and a little plastic shovel for us he gave us to play in the sand with, to make our sand art. And then he had these two little dogs that, little Lance and Butch Cassidy, little Yorkies that ran all through our sand art. It was kind of cool. So I had a good chat with him after we got up and stood up and chatted with him for a bit. And I said, hey, Steve, it's Wendy's birthday today. There's any chance I could get her picture with you? And he says, yep. So I got a picture of Wendy and Steven together, and he's got his arm around Wendy. It was actually a cool picture. I got it blown up for her. Record COs would let Willie Nelson sing back in the 50s. Didn't think he would sell. No way.